Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? eXtine here with Paulsen from Jasmine T. We were catching up before the camera was live, but Paulsen, why don't you tell the crowd how you're doing today?
Good. I'm doing great. Our team is finally happy to be here. We got our PCs. That literally took half the day to get. We were supposed to get them last night, but it's all set up now, and we were going to scrim full tilt like 5 minutes ago, but that didn't happen. But yeah, we're looking forward to the games.
Nice. And then you guys were here in the country boot camping beforehand. How was that experience for you guys in terms of your preparation for this event?
It was interesting. We were assured we would get like good internet and good enough computers. We got there and we had all our peripherals and everything. The computers were all right, but the internet was okay, to say the least. It was like really unstable ping, and even the FPS was like only like maybe 100, which is okay. And then the monitors were garbage. That's the thing. We all had 60 hertz monitors, but it was a really enlightening experience to boot camp. It really was. Like, we're not used to playing really good teams like that, and the first day was really rough. Like, we went into it playing like we usually would in Australia, and we got absolutely destroyed. But by the second day and the third day, we were putting up a real good fight, we thought, and we were improving quite a bit. So, and it was on bad equipment, so we're looking forward to the LAN.
Awesome. Now, in North America, we have a pretty good chance to watch a lot of games from the European scene, not quite as much from the Australian scene due to the time zones. In Australia, you know, which of the scenes do you guys get to view more of, and how familiar are you with some of these players and teams?
Do you mean like live? Like at the time? Like, yeah, it's all the times. I think it's generally the Americans. I think we generally get to see more, but like a lot of people stay up for the European games, which is generally really early in the morning. I'd say it's a good 50-50 split. Like, there's no real, everyone watches the VODs as well. So we got to get to watch a lot of the teams from both scenes, to be honest. Yeah.
Nice. And I know a lot in the past, there was discussions about the differences between the North American style of play, what type of TF2 we play, the type of TF2 that the Europeans play, and then a big question mark over how the Australians play, until you guys got a chance to come and represent yourself at the I-Series, not necessarily you, but your community. Do you still feel like there's a difference in styles between the communities, or do you think at this point it's almost more just a team difference and the communities themselves have kind of equalized in their personalities?
I really don't think there's much of a difference these days. I really think the meta is quite established at this point. But that being said, there's very minute differences. The biggest things, they're very small, but biggest thing would be is that some teams in Europe like to play they like to stall out the clock a lot once they get an advantage of some sort. While the Americans and the Australians, I think they like to push off little minute advantages a little bit more. And the other thing is Europeans like to go off class a lot more, the gimmicks, European gimmicks, right? But other than that, like they're really small. It's not like there's a huge difference in the meta between all three communities. They're pretty much the same.
Cool. Now, you traveled a long ways to get here. Who are you most excited to play at this event?
Oh God, there's so many. There's so many big names. Well, like I've got to say Benny as well, and then Mike. I know we've been playing against Mike all week, so that was great. But I don't know. Probably at this particular event, it would be Froyo, because they're the only team we haven't played yet. Because we played all the four European teams at Bootcamp. So yeah, it's got to be Froyo. Nice.
Okay, well, we got to get things wrapped up here, but real quick before we do, what's the deal with the collar?
Some anonymous donor for our fundraiser to get here generously donated $500 for me to wear a dog collar at the events. So here you go.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, real quick, why don't you give us a woof before we leave?
Woof.
All right, excellent. Thanks so much, Paulsen. A wonderful sport, and we'll be back with more interviews later, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we're going to have a quick run of videos, and then we'll be back with the start of our first game.